are hooking up and heading back to Elk City. Got everything done. So now he's unhooking the water and the electric. And it's a glorious day. It's beautiful. So now we're just getting everything ready to leave.
3, 2, 1, action.
Well, we're all hooked up. Now we're gonna go take a dump. Go dump and get everything all cleaned out for our trip. Are you ready to go?
I am almost ready. So when I did my walk around this morning, I discovered that my main awning was out about an inch.
Oh no.
So, you know, when you do your walk around, make sure you check your awnings. I set it back in and it's fine, but it's just something that be aware of. That and the crank handled windows. Sometimes going down the road, the vibration can get those loose and your window can shatter if it sits there and shakes while you go down the road. So those are the kind of things I'm looking for. Did you pull the chocks?
I did.
Well, I had a really good time in North Texas.
Oh, me too. Me too. I'm sad that we had to leave.
Got to see the kids and the grandkids for a couple of weeks, and to be quite honest with you, we're a little spoiled. Now that we've seen the trees are all in bloom, the wildflowers were all out,
I know.
all of the fields are all green. Spring has definitely sprung in North Texas and southern Oklahoma.
And it's calving season, so we get to see all the baby cows. So cute.
So it would be very, very easy for us right now to just continue going up north. And western Montana is supposed to be high 60s, low 70s for the next couple of days.
Wow.
But
But
they get colder weather coming. So we're going to hang back a little bit and not get in a rush to go back. So we're going back to rolling retreats. Our good friend Chad Heiser is there. He's the guy that runs the West Coast Rally in Caldwell, Idaho every year. Neil and Don are still there for a couple more days, and then they head south. And so we wanted to go up and see those guys and see Slade and Alicia.
yeah.
If you remember our wait on our RV when we first ordered it 3 years ago, we had to wait, what, 2 or 3 weeks at Rolling Retreats once it arrived?
Yes.
For them to do the modifications.
Yes.
Because Alicia has this vision that she can walk into an RV and say, I would change that, I would put that here, I would change this over to a washer dryer, I would do that with this, and so on and so forth. She's really, really good at that. If you have not experienced that, we're gonna show you guys here in a little bit. But the reason that Slade and the guys had to do so much custom work on our rig when we first ordered it, when we got it from the factory would not do the modifications that we wanted and that she suggested. So Rolling Retreats had to do the mods themselves. Now, as we understand it, the factory is producing our floor plan in the MX450, which is a custom, well, it was a custom floor plan only available through Alicia,
Yes.
but now the factory is making the modifications right on the production floor, and they're calling it the MX450 Retreats Edition.
It should be Sweets Edition, as in Sweet Travels.
So she's got one that she got brand new from the factory that she ordered that way. We're gonna go take a look at it. We're gonna let her give us a quick tour through it and show you what the factory did in the MX450 Retreats Edition. But as I say, it'd be real easy for us to just start heading north at this point because everything is so green and so beautiful, and it's been warm.
Spring is definitely here.
It's definitely in North Texas and Southern Oklahoma. I'm not sure it's in Montana or Colorado yet, so
Yeah, passes are probably pretty icky still.
we're gonna wait a few days before we start heading north. But anyway, we just wanted to let you guys know. Stick around. We're going to show you this MX450 Retreats Edition. Okay guys, this is the new DRV Full House MX450 Retreats Edition. And Alicia, tell everybody a little bit about how the Retreats Edition came to be.
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Okay. From the beginning, you guys had an interest in a bigger garage.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was sent to Idaho before we got to see it. So we flew out, or I flew out, met you guys, and we went in it. But what we discovered was the feel inside, to me, to y'all, I'm assuming, it felt a little too enclosed. Mm-hmm. So where the fridge was positioned, there was like less windows, and you were like kind of felt just like boxed in right here. And so you guys were brainstorming with this floor plan. We had the drawing of it, but you guys, having your 38 RSSA, were thinking about doing no sofa over here in the 38 RSSA kind of setup. And it just came to me that I thought, well, let's just move the whole refrigerator over there with a mini coffee bar, and that would just open this up and it would feel different. And so that was kind of where it was born.
Yeah. And
then we tweaked it, of course, once your guys arrived, and the cabinets on the wall and things like that came later, like after the unit was actually built. So DRV built enough of it for us that we were able to kind of take it from there.
So what we did, if you want to go back and look at our videos, we've got a whole playlist on the production of our MX450. So as Alicia said, she walked into the original MX450 and the refrigerator was here in this corner. The couch, or the theater seating, was here. There was a love seat there. There was a window in that wall, and there was a smaller window back here.
Yeah, one window.
And as I told you earlier, she has the ability to walk into a space and say, oh my gosh, we could do this, or we could do that, or we could improve this, or we could move that here, or we could move that there. And that's the beauty about dealing with Alicia, is she has this vision when she walks into a space and can really make some things happen. And so we contacted DRV and said, this is what we want. Can you guys do it? And they said, no, not without.
It was too new of a floor plan for them to tweak at that moment.
Yeah.
Because it had just came out. Literally, there was one on the ground. So that's why they were like not willing at the time to work with us.
And they would have had to have gone through engineer drawings and some other things to make it happen for the company itself.
Right.
And we went ahead and kind of ran with it.
Yeah.
And we pushed the refrigerator up on this wall, put some cabinets around it, put the theater seating, and let's show some folks what we did, and then what now the Retreats Edition is a production model off the floor.
Yes, they do it for us now, so we're so happy.
So in the garage, Alicia, we had a vision of cabinets back here, right?
Yes.
And you kind of helped us out with that, and we kind of put our heads together and said, oh, this will fit, and this will fit, and that'll fit. And now they're doing that standard in the Retreats Edition MX450?
In the Retreats Edition, yes.
The other thing that I noticed too is they're putting new base molding in the garage.
Well, that's a Retreat Edition thing.
Okay.
So I told them no gray wallboard and no diamond plate down there.
Okay, and so they put the tall, I like that.
Yeah, and the nice window trim, nice
Yeah.
door trim. That's
Yeah.
all part of that Retreat Edition chain.
Okay, we're gonna start in the living area. Alicia, when we first got ours, we had this set of cupboards, but they were really high up. And she looked at that and said, no, we're gonna fix that. So she added another set and brought it all the way around. So we had extra cupboards up here, which we put paper towels, Kleenex, and all that kind of thing.
So one of the big things that we did, as we stated earlier, the original refrigerator was here, and we moved it up to the bulkhead. Now, this opens up this whole slide for
Whatever.
And so what Alicia did is she said, okay, since the refrigerator's gone, we can put a window in this end of this slide, a window in that end of the slide. That gives us a really nice cross breeze.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were telling us, see, in ours, we noticed we've got two larger windows in here, but you in this particular model went with one large window.
Yes, I wanted to try that out. This is actually the window out of a 41 RK, but I wanted to see what it looked like, just so you could have, you know, your lights on each side and room for pictures or something, because, you know, in RVs you don't have a lot of hanging space.
Right.
So I just wanted to see how I liked it.
And I like it.
Yeah, I really like that space
Yeah.
for pictures.
Yeah, the one window with wall space on each side.
Mm-hmm.
I also noticed that when we ordered ours, we came out 16 inches on this, and I think that you've done the same on this particular slide.
Yes, I can't remember if they just made that standard themselves or if I actually ordered that. I'd have to look.
Okay.
But definitely it can be done. You can actually, you know, you can eliminate those. Some people just don't even want those there. Raise the window up a little. They can be deeper, shorter, 1, 2, whatever. It can be open in the middle if you want pretty, like whatever you want.
Okay, and we were talking earlier, because this slide is an open slate, basically, you could go with a full-size couch like you have in your LX455 full house, or you were telling us earlier you could cut this small appliance garage down and have basically an end table here and an end table here with a couch in the middle.
Yep.
There's a lot of options.
Center that if we want 2 tables.
Okay.
Or you can have a recliner.
And then Kelly noticed that on this is her small appliance garage, which is what Alicia had come up with the idea since the refrigerator wasn't here, and that allows her to put in what, Kelly, your
Air fryer, crock pot,
Okay.
instant pot, yes, all of the
Okay.
small appliances.
And then did you add this, or did the factory have this
I
overlap?
specifically wrote it that way. 20 inches, 28 inches.
Okay.
So eat at bar, desk, whatever.
So
but
somebody
it
could
doesn't
actually
have to be that way.
Somebody could actually put a stool here and use this as a laptop if
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
wanted to.
See, and you use that when we boondock and we have the CanAm in the back, he uses that for his computer, so that would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Taking
that's
pictures.
that's a real nice feature.
Yeah.
I can order you
Yeah.
another one.
And then on this wall, so on ours, we wanted a coffee bar, and this wall unit here, your guys basically custom made this wall unit when we ordered ours, and we had a coffee bar put in here. But now you've gone to the full cabinetry around the fridge.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be that way in this
Okay.
retreat edition, but currently that's like storage split with the bathroom, and then DRV's new pull-outs. They did your drawer, but I can do coffee bar if you want, or it can just be one big open cabinet for brooms, or it's whatever we tell them.
Okay.
In this space.
Okay, so they can basically build this space as needed. If you haven't dealt with Alicia before, basically the first thing she does is say, how are you going to use this space, right?
Yes, I listen a lot, and as y'all throw things out, whether you sew or like you like a bunch of ladders or whatever, my head just starts turning and ideas just start popping. And the way my brain works, like when I said this cabinet, I can visually see that cabinet in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I just come up with crazy stuff and throw it at them. And most of the time they'll do it. Sometimes they'll argue with me that, oh, it won't work. But like generally in my head, if I know it'll work, it'll work. So I'll argue with them.
Okay.
And most of the time I do win. But
So you've got a full side-by-side refrigerator in here, counter depth.
mm-hmm.
And then in this particular unit, like we said, this full cabinetry, but you said you could build a coffee bar.
Yeah.
You also have put a wine cooler down below here in this lower section for people as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So the ideas are endless, whatever they
They're
want.
endless. Whatever we can do with that space, with this fridge.
Okay. So you see what I'm saying? She can walk into a space and just basically say, oh my gosh, we could do this. Now, as we move around the living area, one of the things that I noticed, Alicia, was this is a different little change. Ours is white, but it's an antiquish white.
Glazed.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a true white.
True white. Yeah, it's more like a painted white cabinet.
And then they've gone to what do they call this?
This is our new Toffee Grove, which I am really happy with. I really like this color.
Okay.
It's a warm brown, rich tone color.
And so the countertops have changed a little bit as well.
Yeah, they kind of have more of a marble effect.
Okay. Okay. Now over here in the theater area itself, you've got your standard above the TV cabinets.
Yeah.
You've got the TV, but one thing that I did notice right off the bat was there's no sound bar.
Yes, sir. And at first I thought, what the heck? They did away with my drawer. But now I kind of remember why. So this actually has a ghost audio system, and I'm assuming it's behind this panel. And what that is some kind of little contraption that you put against wood in your coach, and it creates all of the sound. There are no speakers. And you see that in like a Learjet. It's nice.
And we actually tested it out with the radio, and it sounds pretty good.
Pretty good.
Very
yeah,
good.
I'm pretty happy
Yeah, I
with it.
was
That's kind of a really
surprised.
nice
Yeah.
option.
Mhm.
And that's standard.
And then something that DRV is doing now, which they didn't do when we had ours, but they're doing this standard now on most of the rigs, is storage behind the TV, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah,
And now I can get to all my HDMI inputs and everything else on the back side of the fridge without having to pull it down.
Yes.
Now the kitchen area is kind of an ongoing process.
All the time.
So in ours, again, the factory would not delete the Insignia oven when we ordered ours, and so it had to come with the oven. And I think we've told you before, we don't use an oven, we use the convection oven up above. But the Insignia is still there, and you said you don't know if they would delete it and allow you to put in
Yeah, I haven't asked lately. They're doing a lot more things for me than they did then.
okay.
So I haven't asked them if they would delete it and just leave the countertop solid so I can drop in my own induction or whatever. So I don't know until I ask again. But I they're always looking at new options for who knows what I'll see in September at the dealer show. So
Okay.
yeah, stay posted.
But the rest of this, the convection microwave combo is still in there.
Correct.
The oven is in there. The dishwasher is standard. And they went with a single sink instead of the double sink now.
Yes, which is a Kohler sink. So
Okay.
that's a very nice upgrade.
Okay.
Good stuff, and it is a single bowl. It does have a mat down there, this little strainer things, this wood chopboard, Kohler sink. Like that's an upgrade, and it's not farm, so if you don't like it, I can take it out much easier.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what you forgot to mention a while ago?
Huh.
Those really nice windows.
Oh,
Oh.
tell everybody about your really nice windows.
Oh yeah, they're so pretty. So they redesigned this a little bit, so it has a very, very nice residential look about it.
It does.
I like it a lot.
And that's one of the things that I noticed when I walked into this coach, when Alicia was giving us a quick tour. In all of the DRV models now, they have changed out all of their window casings.
Yeah.
And they completely enclose the windows so you don't get dirt down inside, and
Yeah.
it just
very nice.
it's a real nice touch. I really like what they've done with it.
Yeah.
All right, so This is the living area, and as I said, a lot of what you see in this living area, we custom ordered. Your guys built it from scratch.
Yeah.
And now it can come right off the production floor, which is really nice.
Yeah, well, it's a lot cheaper.
Let's take a look at the bathroom and the bedroom area.
It's a new rail. I like it. It's kind of industrial, but it's very sturdy feeling.
It's very cool. I love it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, moving the fridge, like you guys, and DRV did this for me, we've got all that wonderful storage, which normally doesn't exist in this floor plan.
And you use the heck out of that storage.
It is a godsend, I tell you. I have all my bathroom things in there. It
Well,
fits
laundry,
perfectly.
soap, all that.
Yes.
All that. You guys don't use laundry, so
No.
you know,
No, mine's
you
in
don't
the
have laundry
garage.
here, but you know, if you had laundry here, that's a nice place because you really don't have a place to put your soap. So
it comes standard with the washer dryer, stackable washer dryer setup.
except for the 220 plug. That's a special order thing.
Oh, so you put a 220 plug in this
Yes.
one? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And we don't use a washer dryer. We just use that for a clothes closet and broom closet, but it's got full access for washer dryer.
Rain frosted shower doors. They're not standard either.
I love those.
That's just something that I order. But that is our current shower.
I love this
current
because it has a
sink.
seat in it, if you or a little tiny thing for your foot when you're shaving your legs. It's really nice.
Yeah, I like that. What do you think about this?
I love this. It's like a makeup mirror.
Yeah, it's kind of
You know, with the lighting around it. It's very nice, and it's a very flattering light.
probably be good at night. But if someone doesn't like it, they can take that out and add puck lights if they don't like it.
Oh, this is
But
really
that is
pretty.
the standard.
Yeah. No, I would love that.
And this is actually bigger. I just noticed this.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the
wow.
little lit thing right here isn't here like it was before. So that's actually a bigger
That's really nice.
medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
New faucet where the water comes out the bottom. We like that.
I do too.
Yeah, that's very nice. New sinks.
And then in the bedroom, standard king bed, east-west king bed. I did notice that they did away with the nightstands on both sides. Is that something that you can add?
This is now standard, but can I do the old? I don't know unless I ask them. They may say no, they don't have it in this wood.
Okay.
But I haven't asked them yet, so you never know till you ask.
Love
Okay.
the headboard. That's really pretty.
Yeah, the headboard's nice.
Now
It's pretty neutral.
they've changed this framing. It used to have little decoration in the middle.
Yeah,
on
all
both
the
sides.
fascia is a little bit more modern, but cleaned up looking.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Floor.
I came in here earlier and I did this because I have to step up on mine, and so it was just automatic. And this is great,
Yeah,
Yes.
I really like that.
especially if you have to get up in the middle of the night. And I sleep on this side, so I have to step and I have to make sure I don't
Yes.
fall down the steps.
Yeah,
so
so that's really
nice.
And let's talk about the flooring a little bit, Alicia. This is a different color this year, isn't it?
Yes, we have two options. So this is one of the options, and I think it matches all of our current wood choices very well. But we also have a 24 by 24 tile, which is you'll see in the Orlando.
Okay.
So those are the two flooring options.
Okay.
And let's talk about the new top here. Usually it's a wood,
Yeah,
and now we have
Corian,
Corian.
and that is standard.
And that's nice, especially if you have your coffee cup and you don't want to have to worry about staining the wood or anything. It's cleanable and washable, and it's great.
Yeah.
And of course we have the Alicia closet, which I would never ever be without.
Yeah, and that's not standard yet, is it?
No, it's not. I wish they would make this standard because it's just a waste of space. But I don't like this how they did this. I'd rather this be at the bottom. But honestly, I think I like Chad Heiser's idea of creating a box here and adding power and making this your charging station. So
Oh, yeah, that'd be
hopefully
good,
I
too.
can throw that at them and they'll do that
Yeah.
for me. But yeah, you still got to order something here or it's just open.
Just a dead space.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
this is priceless right here.
But my Alicia closet is now standard, so. you don't
Okay.
have to-
What made it an Alicia closet? What made it special?
Well, it did have the two little drawers in a non-square spot, so you really only had use of the space that your drawer fit, so you kind of lost space. So I always like to order just shelves so you could have full use and, you know, fold jeans or sweatshirts or whatever. And then I duplicated that on this side. I would add this wall here so you could add a second bar if you want, but more importantly, your clothes don't fall because it's not attached to the ceiling. So that is now standard.
That is so important. My clothes don't fall anymore.
Yeah.
And it's been a really good plus in our closet. I really like the shelves on both sides. We don't have the
I think that's the best design for being a non-walk-in closet.
Yeah.
And then the standard standard vanity.
Yeah, no box here, so you have a lot more counter space.
Yep.
Good size drawers.
Yeah, and this is one of those floor plans I cannot delete the slide out of, the vanity slide. It has to be here.
I really like the white interior. And I really like our dark contrast in ours. And I wasn't sure about the brown, but I'm really loving the brown. What other choices do they have?
Yeah, so this is the white version, and then we have the Toffee Grove, which is that new brown throughout, or we still have the Chai Hickory, the very light brown. And it'll actually have a little bit of this color, like on the slide fashion. There'll be a little bit of it, but anyway, those are the three options. All dark brown, Toffee Grove, Chai Hickory, or this white that has a mixture.
So they've done an amazing job, in our opinion, on this Retreats Edition MX450.
Oh, I'm very happy. I'm
Yeah.
very happy they do it for me.
Yeah. You know, the fact that they're doing it now on the production floor says something about your vision.
Yeah.
And so some of the other things that we've been discussing since we ordered ours is a 2021 and a half model, I think is what they're calling it. But the magnetic catches on all the cabinets, the plastic ones had a tendency to break after a couple of years, and we had to replace them every couple of years, it seemed like. But now they've gone with the magnets, and they're strong. They're nice.
They're very strong.
And not only are the drawers soft close, but the cabinets are also soft close.
Yeah.
As we saw. And another big feature that DRV has gone to is the composite slide floors.
Now standard. Yes.
So that's a big deal. Why?
That's a big deal. But well, because your slide floor, it can't rot.
Okay. So in the past, there have been issues if the owner didn't keep up on the exterior ceiling.
Or yeah, all that caulking is so important. A little pinhole can really ruin your day.
And so, I mean, we even had one on our vanity slide at one point on our old rig, on our 38, that had water intrusion. But now, the slide floors won't rot.
They will not rot.
Because they're composite, and that's a big deal. So a couple of things that we saw on the outside, it's pretty much the standard DRV. It's their new cap. Everything seems to be the same on the outside. The basement is the same. You know, we're not going to show you that because we've shown that in a number of videos. The other thing that we noticed on the outside is that there's no more. The handrail isn't spring loaded and closing. It's a drop down, which is kind of nice.
Yep, you just pull a pin and it extends out, so it's like the whole length of the stairs.
Yeah.
So that's really great.
Yeah. The other thing that we noticed on the outside is they came up with some new high-spec wheels this year.
Yeah, I like them.
In the new models. Yeah, they look really good.
They look pretty sharp.
And they went to Cooper tires instead of the Goodyears?
They did. That is now standard, a Cooper tire with this new wheel.
Okay.
And we've got a few, the paint scheme has changed since you guys ordered, like the design of it.
Right.
So we've got a couple new colors. There's we have 3 new colors, but mainly a new scheme.
Yeah, it's not the swirl so much as lines.
It's a little more sporty looking.
It is. Yeah. It's nicely done, I think. So what do you think of the new MX450?
I love it.
Retreats Edition.
It should be Sweet Travels Edition.
It all started with an idea.
Because it all started with an idea. Her idea.
We've had a lot of fun going through this new MX450 Retreats Edition, and I'm really impressed with how DRV has come around and really made it special. It really looks good. There are some amazing things that they've done with it, and I can't see one thing that I would change in it.
No.
Not one.
No.
I think
because the things that we wanted to change in ours, they've already done it.
Yeah. So again, we hope you enjoyed this. As I say, you kind of got an inside look at the new MX450 Retreats Edition. And we're going to wrap this one up from Elk City, Oklahoma.
It all starts with an idea.
Turn those ideas into reality, just like we did with Alicia. And make some memories, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.